Hey there, Walter here. It is time for another edition of the Fan Home Knight Rider build. So this is installment number 14, so let's get started with this. I'm hoping to get my 1/43rd scale kit model, but according to the information that was on the internet, I wasn't getting it. So I have to call Fan Home and find out what's going on. But I've got this part, which I'm not sure what that's about. These are the gas and brake pedals. I do have the interior. Alright, this is going to be a good build here. And then I've got parts for the center console and the seat belts, I believe. Right here. So I'll go ahead and get that started, and as I figured, I did not get the kit model, 1/43rd scale kit model, so I have to call Fan Home and let them know about that. So let's get started. Alright, we are on step 51 right here. This is for the part of the center console and the seat belts, or the seatbelt clasps. A lot of small parts in here, so I've got to be careful taking these out so I don't lose anything. And while I'm enjoying building this today, the cats are enjoying playing with the box. This one piece doesn't want to come out. There we go. My fingers were just too fat for it. I'm seeing a lot of P screws for plastic screws. And I lost a piece. Where did it go? I must find it. I lost the gear shifter. That's what I lost. It fell down. That's a really important part of the model. So I think it's telling me I need to be more careful with this. All P screws. I don't have to use any metal, which means no oil for any of these. So I'm going to start, I'm not sure where I'm going to start, but I'm going to take this piece here, which is part of the center panel. And I take the center console here, okay. Place the tabs. Oh, okay. Center console from the last build and the current center console here. There's two little tabs on the back, and this just fits right in. Looks like it fits right in. And fit the parts together with two BP screws. Okay. These cats are going nuts today. I have cats all over the place, and I don't know why they're going nuts, but that's okay. shoo a cat away because this one cat wants to lay on my parts. So get away. Time for another BP screw for the other half of this little section here. Okay, that's it. That part is done. Now we take the gear shifter and we stick that inside. They say carefully, which I'm going to be careful about it. I don't want anything to happen to this gear shifter. There's our gear shifter in place. Next we're going to work on this center panel here. It's one of the computerized panels. I have a clear piece that has buttons on it, which looks like it's going to get lit up. And looks like a hinge piece. I'm not sure what that is. So I'm carefully going to take these out. And it is a hinge piece. So now I'm going to take this bottom silver pan right here, set the buttons inside. Actually, let me go from the top. The top gets this hollow box, followed by this little panel here, which I'm guessing is the radio. Looking at the orientation, it's supposed to fit like that, followed by the clear buttons, and then this bottom pan. I seem to be dropping everything today. So if I hold it all together, then it looks like this. Now I have to set that aside right now because I need to get this panel that I just hooked together, and I need to hook this thing in, which is the parking brake lever. And it looks like it just fits in place. I don't think anything holds it in place. Now this panel that I just put together with the buttons, that fits in Oh, the parking brake moves. You can move the parking brake also. Interesting. Okay. Now I attach this to this assembly with a BP screw. And I need to be a little careful because I don't want to lose any parts. There are a lot of small parts in this today. Okay, that's hooked in place with our parking brake able to move. Now they say this hinge is supposed to be a tan color, but it's actually black. This is the glove box cover, and we use this metal hinge here. So the glove box opens up. And that gets held in place with 2 HP screws. And they didn't tape the screws, which is alright. I think I need my fine screwdriver for this, which I do, so I'll be right back. Okay, I got the fine bit screwdriver. One HP screw is in. I see how this is going to hook together now, and I do have this hinge in the correct position. According to the pictures, I do anyway. The pictures could be wrong, but I am going to assume right now that they aren't. Okay, now the hinge is in place on here. Now I'm going to hook this on here with, okay, cats are moving around again. I don't want them around with all this stuff. I need to use 2 HP screws. Get down. Okay, one screw in, one more to go. I didn't notice they had all kinds of working interior functions too, like the glove box and the brake lever. According to this photograph, the glove box is supposed to be a tan color, like I said. There we go. Now the glove box opens and closes. We have to unplug a cable from the main body here, which is V. So I need to look for V. Well, rather than strange, these don't want to stretch out all the way for the dashboard. Let me look for the wire that is listed as V. I found it. V was all the way up here in the corner, so I unhooked this wire. Here's our wire. Has the LED light inside through the center hole. And then I get this assembly right here. And I went a step too far because I'm supposed to put this LED right through here. And instead I skipped that part. It teaches me to pay attention. Okay. Now to thread this together. And it will fit just like that. I have to use 2 DP screws. Alright, time to hook this together. Hard to believe that this is the 14th delivery of this already. So we're making quite a bit of progress. Alright, there's our center panel right here with working brake lever and opening glove box. Next we're going to take these seat belts here . There's a seat belt marked L. And there's a clasp marked L as well on here. And they're going to get hooked together with an IP screw, which I'm guessing I'll need a precision screwdriver for that. They never use the seat belts in this series. Now, there's one thing I had noticed. Throughout the entire series, they never used the seat belts once. But Kit has them, so they put it into the model as well. Now this is really tough to hook together because the seat belt clasp is so small. But I did get it. Just like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. That gets an IP screw also. These are marked L and R for left and right side. So makes it good for locating where this goes exactly. But here's our seat belt clasps. And that will do it for stage 51. Alright, stage 52, the big kahuna here. The interior. We are going to hook the interior up, or get parts of it ready anyway for installation. We have some kind of weird semicircular shaped piece here, which I have no idea what that's for. A couple of other small plastic pieces. One is straight, one is angled. I'll get these out and show them to you. That's angled for some reason. I don't know what it's for. That's straight. And then the big daddy here is the interior. And there's a bunch of looks like BP screws. Yes, I have BP screws as well. So, I need to pop this interior out. Here's our interior. Now we're going to start with our center console here. We're going to take this transmission housing and we're going to put the driver's seat belt buckle right here, marked with an L. Hook it in place, and that's going to get a BP screw, which this only came with BP screws, so I don't know why I had to even look at the instructions for that. So, time to install this. Need some light. I need light again so I can see. Alright, there's the driver's side seatbelt clasp. Now it's time for the passenger side with a BP screw as usual. Have this lined up correctly. Now it's lined up correctly. Alright, we'll set that aside. Now we're going to take this semicircular piece and we're going to set it on the interior. I had it right the first time as far as orientation. It goes in just like this, right here. Hooked together with 2 BP screws. This is the, they call it the connecting plate. Alright, next we're going to take this flat piece right here and we will be attaching it to the interior like so. Just like that. And that's going to be held in place with 2 BP screws as usual, because those are the only screws that came with this assembly. And this plate here is, they call it connecting piece I, or connecting piece 1. I think it's connecting piece I. Time for one more BP screw. There it is right there. That's that center connecting panel, I guess, or whatever they call that. Next we're going to take connecting piece 2. That's going to hook up right here where it looks like the gas pedal and brake pedal go. So I'm guessing the one connecting piece is for the possibly the dashboard or the transmission housing, and the other one is for the gas and brake pedal. I like working on these larger parts. Time for the transmission housing. Pass the cable header through the hole in the connecting plate. That's the plate that we had hooked up already. And it fits just like that. It's a nice fit, actually. So I'd have to turn this over, but before I turn it over, read the instructions and attach it to the interior with 4 BP screws. So I have to be careful here, because I don't want to break any of the parts like the gear shifter. It is held in place now, so I don't need to worry too much. It's being held together by screws now, so I'm all right with that. Letting it stay hooked together like that. If I had lost this BP screw here, that's all right. I've got tons more. All right, there's our center panel so far. And that is the end of stage 52. All right, we're on to stage 53 here. And this is for the back seat belts, which we have right here. And it's got a little bit of cloth on it, so it simulates the cloth on the car. I'm guessing this is marked with an L and an R as well, but no, I don't see it. Now I have a curious cat. Move. Get out of the way. Go away. This also has the gas and brake pedals, and there is a spring, so I'm guessing that the pedals will move. Ingenious. More P screws, so no oil. Open this book up. Okay, we're going to start. Here's the gas and brake pedals with some kind of connector here. It's a pedal bracket. So, opening this up and trying not to lose any pieces at the same time. I'm going to get the pedal bracket and the brake pedal. And the brake pedal is going to fit. Let me see the orientation here. Orientation shows it fitting. I see, and it gets a JP screw. Time for the precision screwdriver again. This is really tough to hook in place. Okay, I think I got it where I can hook this in. Okay, got the brake pedal attached to this. Now I need to get this spring. This is going to be tricky. Okay, I have to keep this close to me because I need to hook everything together. I'll show you what it's supposed to do. It looks like the brake pedal does move on its own. This is really, really tough. Or not. Okay. That gets hooked up with an HP screw, by the way. And so is the other side of this spring. Okay, hopefully it will stay like that, but here's our brake right here. And it looks like there's tension that gets added because it's hooked up to the spring, which I'm not going to mess with that anymore. That was scary. For me, anyway. Now we take the gas pedal, the accelerator pedal as they call it, and looking at the detail on here, it looks like they have the lights from the 3rd and 4th season, but in the 1st and 2nd season, they didn't have the lights. So we are going to hook this up with a JP screw. I'm guessing if they have it set up where if you push down on the... Hello, cat. If you push down on the brake pedal, the taillights come on. That would be my frame of thought. You're in my light. I can't see. Move this off real quick. Because the accelerator pedal or gas pedal is almost hooked up. All right, pedals are hooked up. Now, to attach it to this body here, this interior I should say, this gets hooked up just like this with 2 AP screws. Okay. One more screw. Alright, now time for a precision screwdriver again, because we need to hook up these seat belts. And we have to use HP screws. And the pictures show there's supposed to be a loop in here where these seat belts are supposed to fit in place. I might have to make my own hole for the seat belt. I'm not sure. Now we have to secure these seat belts with a KP screw. Now they have points on the ends. So I guess they go right through the fabric of the seat belt. which this is going to be really tough. I might skip these seat belts, these rear seat belts here, but I'm going to try it first. Well, I got one in there, although it's at a weird angle. That's okay, I can always take them out. Okay, that one looks better. But that's the seat belt assembly, and that is the end of stage 53. Alright, we are on the next stage here. And reading this, it says we're going to hook the servo and a brake fluid reservoir on the firewall. So it looks like this big black thing here is the firewall. This one right here. I thought that we would be assembling the interior to the body of the car, but I guess we're not doing that today. Alright, we are going to start by taking, I'm going to open up these BP screws first. We're going to take this circular piece here. This is the brake servo, and it is going to be hooked onto the firewall panel, which is this piece right here. So I need the side like this where all the posts are sticking out. And I'm going to hook this in place with a BP screw. Okay, now I'm going to take the fluid reservoir cap, which is this black piece right here, and I'm going to fix it onto the brake fluid reservoir, which is this white piece here, and it just gets hooked in place with a BP screw. That part is done. This looks like a rather easy build. Now we're going to take this brake master cylinder and hook it onto these tabs on the bottom of the brake fluid reservoir. had it right the first time. Alright, gets hooked in place like that. And then we just fit this like so, right into the notch on the side here. Except it doesn't want to go in all the way. And I don't want to force it. There it goes. Now it's in place. That's it for the firewall and, surprisingly, stage 54. Okay, that's it for this build. So, as usual, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave all your questions, comments down below. Remember to leave those questions and comments rated E for everybody. So, until the next time, I'm going to say 7-3.